D-Mac and Squad.
Bro, I just don't understand why Will had to gather the whole ass group to say that, bro. Like, the world is ending, man. This does not matter. The world is ending, bro.
We're just
So-
friends. We
Yeah.
can be best friends.
I did not like that it was in there.
No.
I'm gonna go on record as this. I disagreed them putting it in there, but their excuse for putting it in there made some sense, right? If that's his like deepest, darkest secret, you know, that it does make sense that you do have to tell people, and if you have to tell people, you have to tell everybody because you're still scared of what everybody might think.
I just feel like the timing could have been better.
I will say, it's kind of interesting that they had a character who went through a bunch of trauma. Is gay. The internet's been kind of making a few jokes about that recently. I'm like, oh, and he's always been gay, but like, you know, it's been kind of interesting. I will say, people know it from episode 1, so it wasn't wasn't necessary to explain very much. But yeah,
I
that's
think-
kind of my whole thought on that part.
I think
Like,
maybe
it
if
was
they just
necessary,
like,
but
I think maybe if they just held it off, like that was the wrong time. Like,
oh yeah,
from a realistic point of view, like if I was in his position, I'm not gonna like, in the middle of us trying to figure out how to like, you know, stop the worm, like the other planet from colliding. Like, I'm not. That's not the number one priority. Is that, you know, that Will is gay. Like,
I like dick. I don't know if you guys seen that one,
Like,
guys.
It's like,
I like.
I know your secret, Will. You like
cool, bro. We got
you like
bigger.
Boys,
You like boys.
you like boys. Nah.
Like,
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to stop us, Vecna? Number 1, you like boys.
Like, we got bigger
so
hive minds to slay, bro. Like,
This season was so overstuffed with things, like, especially in the finale, but overall, like, you had
They did
your whole-
not mean to end it at season 5. They were meaning to end it at season 6. Is what it feels like.
Yeah, I
it
think
felt
that's
it felt
accurate.
way too rushed. Like, I felt like it was.
Yeah,
It felt
yeah.
like it happened too fast. Like, also, can I just like point out my biggest gripe with this season?
Go ahead.
Specifically with the last episode.
Mhm.
Why do they kill Vecna in the first half of the last episode? The first half, the first 40 minutes.
It's not. I think it's not necessarily that it was halfway through. I think it was like maybe if it was like a 2-parter episode and then the second part they kill him halfway through, maybe, but like it wasn't built up correctly, and they just like
No,
it
and
was
it
just-
felt too easy. It felt way
it
too
was
easy.
way too easy to kill him, and
Yeah, where
Like
were the Demogorgons? Have you guys seen the meme where it's like, where were the
Yeah.
Demogorgons at this? And it
Yeah,
was them
they-
and
where
like
are the
at-
Demogorgons?
like,
Disappeared.
like
mhm,
at the beach, and they're drinking martinis or whatever.
yeah.
They just
So
disappeared, man. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
inconsistencies there. The Demogorgons, the biggest thing with that is like their power inconsistency, because like they can take on like the military, but then when Karen is drunk with her wine and like the Demogorgon just stands there.
Yeah, they're taking a 50
called the
cal
way
off
of
the
the
side of a
I know,
Humvee.
dude. Even my dad was pissed. He was like, "There's no way that they're letting Karen get that many hits in. Like, this does not make sense." Like,
It's called the way of the drunken fist. Of course, they're gonna have get hits in.
like
Oh,
get
yeah,
drunk
over
and
time,
test it out.
Mhm.
over time, the problem with this show is that each season, the villains got like they took away the idea that that creature is above you. Like, they just kept like nerfing the hive mind each season, and it lost all of its like tension. So by season 5, nothing is just like, you don't feel like nervous anymore, because it's like, well, we all know 11's just gonna get him, because like apparently
to
11's
happen.
God in this show. So like like
Like-
I just
Yeah, and like season.
I
the
really
ending of,
hated. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the ending of season 4 had a lot more like tension to it than.
oh yeah for
I
sure.
did. Yeah, go ahead, Hunter.
I hated the portrayal of the military. Like, this is your typical portrayal, but the Demogorgons have been stopped and killed by getting lit on fire and getting shot in the face with a shotgun. right? If I remember right, Nancy, like, you know,
Mhm.
shotguns have stopping power, but you're gonna tell me 5.56 from a Humvee from 5 feet away
No.
is not going to do any damage. So, like from a machine, from a mounted machine gun, you know. So it's like I really hated the portrayal of the military, especially since they had been in the Upside Down. They built a freaking base there. They had definitely gotten attacked, and they did nothing.
Well, yeah. Also,
so it was
I
kind
think
of an
connected
interesting.
to that, I was telling my dad that they let Hopper one man army way too much.
Yes.
Way too much.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm sorry. Like, I know you want to make Hopper have to be like the hero, but that's military. Can we stop acting like they're stupid? Like they're trained. Like,
Yeah.
like I get Hopper was in the army too, but that doesn't. They're still outnumbered by a massive amount, and this military literally has been dealing with the Upside Down, and you're telling me that Hopper can just, Connor Kenway his way through everything. Like,
Yeah, they made Hopper Rambo, but Hopper didn't have Rambo-esque,
He's not
qualities.
fit. He's not fit, dude.
Like, well, that's definitely true. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know if you guys have seen the Rambo movies, but like, the dude's not just like killing everybody because he's less susceptible to bullets, which is what Hopper was. And Nancy, can we be honest? That scene where she shot all of them, when these guys who probably shot marksmen, all of this stuff, just get absolutely destroyed by someone who was on top of a truck.
hold on, I'll be right
Nancy-
back. Just a second.
Nancy sucks. I don't care. Like, why are Jonathan and Steve so into her? I don't understand it.
She sucks. She's a whore.
Yeah. Also, I hate to bring this up, I do, but it's a girl power thing. I'm sorry to say it, but it is. It's
A
the
little bit,
fact-
but yeah.
Yeah, it's like all the women though. Like Nancy, she like that scene where the doctor calls her sweetheart or something, and she gets pissed about that. That was unnecessary, and it was like she needs to be her own woman. 11. She has
She would
Yeah.
get pissed off at that.
Mhm. Yeah, 11 has powers, so that's kind of a pass. But then Joyce gets to do the final blow on Vecna.
No, okay.
who's killer.
So here's the
Killer.
thing. I actually really enjoyed the thing about Joyce. Joyce did jack shit, and I was like, why is she even in the Upside Down? Why is she in the opposite side up?
There's no reason for her to be there.
Why was she there? And then they did the flashbacks, and I was like, and I saw her walk in, and she had the axe, and I was like, this is amazing. She's not actually contributing anything that anyone else could. Dustin could have just, hacked them off probably faster, but Joyce, throughout the entire show, was helpless, couldn't do anything. She had to rely on everybody else to go do stuff, right? So the fact that she was able to give the final blow, like that was her son. He took her everything,
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really good point. Not saying that, but giving her a little bit of power, and not just like stabbing the Demogorgon or anything like that. Like actually ending Vecna, I think made it a lot better than if 11 did it, because 11's going to do it really quick, unceremoniously. There's not really any point. Technically, he made her. The only other person I could see doing is Will, and making sense. But giving it to Joyce, she is, underrated as hell.
She is.
So maybe not underrated, but she is underused.
Yeah.
And for a good reason. Like, they made a very good motherly character, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Her in season 1 was great.
Now, some decisions she made in season 5, I'm gonna trust you to go out and die anyway. But
Yeah.
I think it was a really good idea.
Fair enough. I get that totally. It's just with other girls then is mostly like, come on.
It's
Nancy-
really Nancy
Oh, my
and
God.
who else?
The
is it?
Nancy complex in season 5 was pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like a
She
lot.
wants to be her own woman, stuff like that. Jonathan and Nancy. By the way, I couldn't even tell that Jonathan and Nancy broke up The writing was so weird that I couldn't even tell that they broke up. I thought they
Why?
were
Why
like,
is that? Because understood it immediately. Like I was just like, oh, okay.
I
they
don't
broke up.
know.
Thank goodness.
thought-
no one
I
should be with her if they're smart.
I thought they were just proposing because the world was, or they were about to die. So it's like, I might as well. And I love you so much. I don't know. I didn't get the vibe that they were breaking up at all.
Also, this season was terrible with like having these moments, like these close, intimate moments at the worst timing possible. Like they did that multiple times. So
I don't like
the proposal,
I don't like girls.
the Jonathan proposal, Will saying he's gay. Like, okay, bro, we got bigger fish to fry here. And
What the
then
hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Steve. I have something about Steve that I do want to say. Well, about Dustin and Steve. People like Dustin and Steve. I do like them both together when like the performances are really great. But the character of Dustin was nerfed so hard to me.
Yep.
It's like I get that he's grieving over Eddie, but it has been a year and a half and you like him more than Steve. That's weird. That feels weird. And like Steve makes a valid point. Steve was absolutely right when he said
Yes.
Eddie died for nothing. And I love Eddie. But he died for nothing and it's unfortunate, you know?
So I'm still kind of iffy on. So obviously I didn't want Steve to die. I was gonna throw hands if Steve died. I feel like he didn't get anything.
yeah.
And that fake out, I almost punched the TV.
I know, bro. Oh my.
I was gonna kill myself. I was so mad. And then it's like 5-second black screen. I'm like, this is the most dramatic thing ever. And I swear they added that freaking black box just like 5 minutes before they posted. I'm like,
Dude, you know what would be really funny? They're saying they're gonna kill us if we kill off Steve. You know that scene where he like just kind of slips and then they grab him real quick?
Yeah.
What if we added a 10-second black bar so that people literally turn off their TVs? There were people that turned off their TVs right as it happened because they thought it
Wow.
just was done, you know. So that was funny. But,
Yeah.
I mean, at this I'm sorry, were you about to say something?
I just feel
No,
like
you're good.
I just feel like Steve didn't do enough, and he's done so much throughout the entire series.
Yes.
I think he's
And
the second
just-
best actor in the show.
Who's the first?
He's up there.
Hopper.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Hopper
But
and
Du-
Steve.
Dustin is really good too. He's like 3 probably. Well, Vecna, the actor for Vecna is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking of like, I don't know. Vecna's
main-
obviously really good. I
Sure.
think you have to be really good to be a good villain.
Mhm.
I do kind of like the psych out with the Vecna saying, do we want to like we could talk about this in a little bit, but the memories scene we can. There's not
memories-
a lot to talk about. Yeah, where he remembers who he is, starts crying. You saw his vulnerable side.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then-
that's, yeah. It's like
Didn't understand what was his reasoning for.
my question
I
is
didn't
why
understand.
they even bring that scene in there? It just felt so random. Like nothing was built up to anything. It just came out of nowhere.
Well, that's
And-
this entire series. I feel like
is.
they were making another season, and then they cut everything, or it was going to be twice as long. This needed to be a 20 episode.
Yeah, this was
Season.
way. This happened way too fast. I was like,
Yeah.
when the finale episode came out, I'm like, dude, this felt like I just started this. Like, why
Yeah.
is this? Yeah,
I had to drive my buddy somewhere 30 minutes in because my buddy just his car broke down, so it's at the shop and everything. So I'm driving him around every once in a while. So he said, hey, can you drive me? I have to go to this event. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I realized I was like, oh shit, that's right when Stranger Things, like 30 minutes after Stranger Things comes out. So I was like, we're gonna have to, like, I told him, like, we're gonna have to hurry, because like I need to get back to watch Stranger Things. And he was like, how's it going? And I was like 45 minutes in. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. Like, I don't know where we're going with this. It ends. So I feel like it could have ended that same way. You just need to flesh out a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
I needed at least.
And also the
5
green
more
screen was terrible.
episodes. I need
Yeah.
5 more episodes, man.
Yeah. So one big problem is that there are no stakes, meaning like you need to kill people off You need
Yeah.
to. You have to.
Well, and the thing with 11 is that everyone, I think everyone saw that coming. We knew, I think everyone knew,
Yeah.
like, at
Sure.
some point that,
Yeah.
like, yeah, they're gonna kill off 11, and then obviously at the end, Mike is like, has this theory that she didn't actually because her sister made the illusion or whatever. But
Yeah.
Which I think is true.
Yeah.
Not
I
because
mean-
they showed her, but like because it makes perfect sense.
Mhm.
mhm.
Also, like, yeah, definitely, but it should have been more people. I think people, and I know this is wrong to say, but Steve, if Steve died, it would have been very impactful. Same with Dustin. You die, I die. If they both died together, dude, imagine like
that might have got
that
a tear out
would
of
that
me,
would have
man.
hurt.
That
That's
would
the
have
thing.
gotten
yeah.
that would have gotten them assassinated. I'm gonna be honest. The Duffer Brothers
I
probably
don't
would have died.
care. People
Yeah,
need
Duffer
to
Brothers would have died.
calm down. People need to calm down. If they died, it would have not enhanced the show's quality per se, but like people need to die to give off like, you know, there needs to be stakes, and they just don't have any.
I
Everyone's
think it would have been
lived.
full circle if Will had died.
Yeah, even Will, because he's like, someone brought this up actually. If the hive mind is gone, then shouldn't Will die too?
Yeah,
Because he's connected.
yeah, because Will still had powers.
Yeah, exactly.
seems.
So he should be.
He
dead
used
too.
his power to kill the hive mind, even though the hive mind, like, how are you more powerful than what gave Vecna? There was a hole there, which I'm not even gonna go into because it was a decent ending. They did end it. This is Stranger Things we're talking about. I don't know how long you guys been watching it. I've only been watching it since like season 4 came out, and I just watched everything.
I started watching
Like-
it, I think, like a year after it came out.
I
Yeah, so
started
you've been
like,
watching it for about 9 years.
I've watched it for like either
This
21
show
or
is
22.
like, this show hits hard for me, which is why I'm so upset about the seasons, because like
Mhm.
especially because like, again, I'm only 16, so when I was first watching this, I was young, and so this is like, it holds nostalgia because I was so young when I first started watching it.
Mm.
So yeah, it was weird for this show to end because it's been going on for so long.
And I think
Also-
because of that, they kind of shot themselves in the foot. Like honestly, it could have just kept going, and then it just got it canceled, and then we never would have gotten an ending. So it's
Well,
like,
yeah, and also
you either what is that one Nathan Fillion show?
The rookie
No,
Firefly.
Firefly. You either Firefly it or you Game of Thrones it, and I feel like there's only two ways that or you Supernatural it, which is you just keep going and going.
Yeah.
So
so
sorry, I
here's
didn't mean
my
to cut
thing.
you off.
There we go. Here's my thing is that like this show, this is one of those shows where it's not like it actually gets a whole bunch worse each season. Sure, because I feel like seasons 2 and 4 were the best,
Season 4 is up
Um,
there, definitely.
and I'd say this is my least favorite season by far.
Absolutely.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And I feel like because they have done so well to maintain quality throughout each season, it's not like one of those shows where you can just tell how much worse it gets. Like The Flash, for example, where it just gets fucking worse each. Sorry, I gotta stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just keep it in mind not to. Yeah.
Where it just gets worse each season, like The Flash. Like, for example, like that should have ended a long time ago, but no, they had to push for that season 12. So
Yeah.
I think with Stranger Things, if they wanted to, they could have made season 6 and stretched this out a bit longer. Season 5 should have been at least like 13 episodes.
Yeah. And I mean, you could tell that the Duffer Brothers and like everybody else just wanted to be done with it and move on to different things.
Well, it makes sense. They've been
Well, I
doing
mean,
it
they're
for
40
like
years
almost a
old
decade.
playing
They
as yeah.
Steve is 30 something years old in real life. The actor for Steve. And
Is he really?
Yeah. He's like 30.
And he's wearing a sailor's costume.
Yeah, that's weird. Also, the dialogue and just writing overall has digressed drastically. You could see hints of it kind of getting weird at season 4, but in season 5, it gets just completely just terrible. The dialogue's awful, and
The dialogue is awful. Like,
it's
oh
terrible.
my lord.
How many times are they
Also-
going to say GD? They keep saying GD every time, and it's like that's the only word they know.
Yeah, no, they I saw something about that where it's like I was like, can you think of like better things to say than just saying like
Taking the
Jesus'
Lord's name in
like,
vain,
every
yeah.
other sentence. Like I understand.
I will say the
that-
F bomb was placed well.
That was good. That was good.
That was good.
I was surprised. I was kind of shocked actually. I was like, okay, but I mean, the thing
You
is
get
too is like,
two.
and I understand that. I understand that. Obviously, not everyone's religious, and I'm not saying to force religion. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, at the same time, it's like you can think of, like you can replace swear words with that really easily and still be respectful.
Yeah.
If it's placed every once in a while, fine, that's normal because that's a very common thing. But when it's just the only like swear word that I feel like was really used, like I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
It had the same vibes of like Supernatural. So I don't know if any of you guys seen Supernatural?
No.
Once you get past a few seasons, they start saying the word bitch constantly. It's the only bad word they use. And I realized it was just because that was the one word they were greenlit to use. And so anytime they needed to curse, they would say bitch. And it was the same thing with goddamn in this show. Is like they just were like, this is the one word we're allowed to say. So
the
we're
one
only
true
gonna
word
say
for them.
this.
Like,
Yeah. Get a little bit more freaking creative, please. Like,
Yeah.
not every character is going to have the same swear word.
Yeah. Just to be clear, Hunter said that with like educational purposes in mind. He didn't.
Yeah, I don't actually
Yeah.
I don't say that word.
Yeah.
Or say those.
And I could go on and on about like how Robin and Murray suck too, but I'm
Murray?
I love Murray.
what's your beef with Murray? man?
Murray sucks. I hate Murray.
Why do you?
He's so
okay,
annoying.
I
His
want to get into
dialogue
this.
is
I want to
terrible.
get into this. Why do you hate Murray?
He's like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we got company. Like, shut up, dude. His dialogue is terrible.
blame the
That was
writers,
funny.
not him. The actor's good.
I will say he actually called the helicopter. This was interesting. Everybody else called it helicopter. He actually called the helicopter the correct term, which is the Huey. It's the UH-1N Huey. So, and he was the only one that would know that.
Okay, but like, it's the
Nuance.
fact that he's just like sarcastic and not serious at all in anything, and he has to
Oh.
be cheesy.
I don't know if you realize that.
Brothers.
I don't care. I hate everyone that does. I hate that everyone talks like that in the show, but especially Murray. Okay.
Yeah, I saw this video and it was like I'll have to find it, but it was talking about how dramatic the people talk and Stranger Things for absolutely no reason.
We have to find Vecna, save Holly, and get to the.
Also,
that-
can I
that-
point out something that
Sure.
I noticed in this show that really bothers me in any show is people finishing other people's sentences. I cannot handle
Yes, I can't
that.
stand
It
that. either.
makes me so mad. That does not happen in real life. It does not happen.
No,
It doesn't.
every time, every single.
You know what we should do, guys? We should go get ice cream? No. Bandages.
No, it's
Will's
like we should-
bleeding from the thigh.
No, it's like we should get ice cream. Ice cream. It's like that's how they do. It's so bad.